What's good, everybody? It's your End Zone Emcees back at it again, and we are here to talk about some hip hop with you guys today. And breaking news is just got word that Drake is one more number one hit song away from tying Michael Jackson for the most number one hits ever in history. So, Hamilton, I decided to let you take on any thoughts about the situation.
I mean, man, first and foremost, Michael Jackson is my all-time favorite artist. From the
Yeah,
music to the photography, to his
the
videos, the
choreography.
videography, the choreography, just all of it. Just Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, he is the standard. He is the prototype. There is no before him. I have not, and this is no knock to no artist in the world, even to myself. There is no artist greater than him in my eyes. It's just Michael Jackson he will always be my favorite.
Hell
With
yeah.
that being said, wow, kudos to Drake, man. I've been
Respect.
listening to Drake since first time I heard Drake, like a Drake song, I was 13 years old. It was Replacement Girl, all the way back in, I don't know, 2007. After an
Wow.
episode of Degrassi
Yeah.
on a network that used to be called The N. I'm not showing my age a little bit, but that's how Drake has been around for that long. Back
Yeah.
then when he was rapping consciously and all that kind of stuff. I remember when it wasn't even cool to like Drake. Like, you tell people, like, you listen to Drake, people like, Drake. Like, I remember, like, it wasn't even cool to like Drake at one point, bro.
Right.
And my
Now look
goodness.
where we're at.
It's funny. It's ironic that we're talking about this because 2 days ago was the 10-year anniversary of Nothing Was the Same, which to me is one of the greatest, most one of the greatest, most influential albums of my life, and to me is Drake's best album ever.
Oh yeah.
And in Tuscan Leather, he says something. He says, "Give it time, we'll see you still around a decade from now." That's real. Well, ain't he real? Because a decade from now, he about to have the same hits as my all-time favorite artist, and it makes me it just makes me so proud, as a fan, as someone who admires, Drake, who's someone who's admired Drake as since I was a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always looked at him like as a big brother type figure, and his music helped me get through my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really I can't believe that I'm here. Like, I just can't believe that I'm really here sometimes, bro. Like, Nothing Was the Same was, like I said, it was one of the greatest albums I've ever heard, and it came at a period in my life where I needed it so desperately. I was 19, heartbroken about certain things, depressed about certain things, dreams that didn't work out, that you spent my teenage years doing, and lost my sense of self, lost who I was, and nothing was the same for me in my life ever again. I had just graduated high school. One of my good friends that had helped me, through a rough time in my senior year died the year after we graduated, 2013. So 2013 was arguably the worst year of my life, and nothing was the same. And when that album came out and that title and just the words that was in the songs, like Wu-Tang Forever, like don't know what's getting into me. I just like the rush when you see your enemy somewhere in the club and you realize he's not in position to reciprocate your enemy. You ain't never worried because he's not who he pretends to be. Like that meme where the old man's crying, he's like, that should mean something to me. That should mean something to me, man. You know what I mean? Like it
I'm
just
sure, man.
don't think about it too much. You know what I'm saying? Just words, phrases, just at the time where I was lost and I was just not me no more. And those words, those sounds, the songs got me through that time. Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon 2, I got to give an honorable mention because Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon 2 also got me through some dark days. But we talking about Drizzy right now. And just Nothing Was the Same. It just came at such an important time in my life. And I'm so just thankful for where we're at with Drake. It's so corny to hate on Drake nowadays. Whether you like his music or not, bro, he's been around since. I mean, So Far Gone was 2009. That was his coming out party. You know what was going on in 2009? The Lakers was winning. Kobe won a championship in 2009. I was a freshman in high school in 2009. I mean, it's been so long. That's how people don't There are NBA and NFL careers, bro, that don't last as long as Drake has lasted as an artist. There are careers as artists. How many people have we seen come and go, young NU, in the last fucking 15 years, 14, 15 years? Excuse me, I know it's on YouTube. Yeah. But how many kids? I'm thinking now. Sorry, kids. I'm sorry. I'm just going in right now. But in the last 14 years, how many artists have we seen come and go? How many talents? How many songs have we heard from, hits and the artist came and went? And Drake is
so
still
much,
here.
bro.
And think about the artists Drake has worked with as features from when he started to now. And think of the cast of characters that has changed. And Drake is still here, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I always say this. He is the LeBron James of rap in my eyes. The longevity, the versatility, the ability to just to influence. You know what I'm saying? The drama that he's been able to navigate and circumnavigate. Excuse me. He is the LeBron James of rap in my eyes, and their reigns are so identical to me. It's interesting, man. I can't say enough about Drake, man. He's a big motivation for my artistry, and just one of the best artists I've ever heard in my life.
Well, yeah, and I'm glad to see you still here with us. Obviously, man. Love to hear the influence that you got from it and everything. That's awesome. I was gonna say I get a lot of influence from Drake as well, as far as his older stuff more. So I've been recently listening a lot to If You're Reading This. No skips for me, man.
That was back at one of Drake's best albums, if you ask me, right? And that was back at a time. Remember, people were like, Drake is so soft. Drake only does singing stuff, and he gave us like a full rap album. Legend, man. Another thing that this is really weird, bro. This is, I don't know, but every time Drake drops a project, there's some significant period of my life. I swear. Check this out.
Really?
So Far Gone. I was in 9th grade, right? Thank Me Later. I turned 16. So that whole summer, that was like I just got a car. That was the album to my whole summer. Take Care. I was a senior in high school. Nothing was the same. I just had told you about everything that was going on in my life at that time.
Yeah.
If You're Reading This is too late. I turned 21. So the first, me going to the club and drinking and all. It's crazy, right? I swear.
That is crazy, bro. The timing is insane.
More Life came after I had tore my Achilles tendon.
Oh, really?
Bro, I'm sorry, no, wow. I'm lying. That was Views.
Oh, okay.
Views happened when I tore my Achilles tendon. So I was literally rehabbing my leg, listening to Views all of 2016. I mean, it's just, I swear, it's just like when he drops a project, there's something significant going on in my life always. It's so weird. It's so weird, man. So,
coincidence.
It's weird, right? Coincidence, right? Just weird, bro. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I've been I love the songs like Star 67, for example. That's like an emotional rap song, dude. I love that shit. That shit gets me motivated through workouts.
They're in my system. And I had to go find out what a rider is. So apparently a rider is a drink you have before you perform.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have a rider all the time, but I guess that's what professionals call it.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Perform, be like, yo, like you go to a bar, like, can I get a rider?
Right on. That's funny.
But songs like that, his ability to rap and to harmonize, make melodies, separated him from his peers in my eyes. And all of his peers had to follow suit, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Now I know Drake wasn't he's not the first rapper to make music for women. I would say that's probably LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane. He's not the first to do a lot. I think he just did it so well. You know what I mean? He just did it so well. Like I've heard songs that are for females or rap songs that are like you can sing along to. Growing up before Drake, there was plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Dilemma, Nelly, and you know what I mean. There are songs that I've heard way before, but Drake just did it so well. You know what I'm saying? And he did it for a generation. Also, you have to remember that when he was coming up, he came up during the earliest days of social media. So like people people like was listening to Take Care and using Take Care quotes as their Instagram captions or tweeting, Take Care lines and stuff like that. Like I remember that. Like you know what I mean? So he also came up that Wiz Khalifa came up in that type of era too, where like he was one of the first to really use social media. So that's how long he's been around. You know what I mean? Like I forgot what song it was. I think No Friends in the Industry, where he said when he first signed his first deal or something, it came on a fax. I'm like, man, like he's just been around for so long, bro. So the longevity, it's awesome, bro. It's awesome to see, and just the fact that he's just right there with my favorite artist of all time.
I definitely was spending most of my high school days listening to Drake and getting me motivated as far as like going to school, getting up in the morning, getting ready to get after it, going to football practice right after school ended. Who wouldn't pregame to some Drake, Who wouldn't pregame to like before like going on the gridiron, all that stuff, man. It was awesome.
Even if you don't like him at this point, right? It's like he's been around for so long. It's so corny to be like, you don't like him. Okay. Like, what do you want, a gold star? Are you different for not liking Drake at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not 2012 no more, bro. Like, okay, you don't like Drake. Go listen to something else then. Like,
cool.
You know what I mean? But if you appreciate greatness and you how can you not like that? How could you not like that about Drake? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. If you appreciate people who really do what others cannot, how do you not appreciate that? How do you not appreciate greatness? You know what I'm saying? Same with LeBron. Like, you can critique it as much as you want, but he's still a 4-time champion. How do you not appreciate the greatness? How do you not appreciate all the accolades? How do you not appreciate the moments that he literally just made you go, wow, and he literally made you feel like there are people who are more than human out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Who just do something just out of this world. You know what I mean? Like, Drake is also one of those people, and not, we should just give him his flowers while you can still smell him. Like, you have the pop tracks like a Hotline Bling. You know what I'm saying? You have songs like No Friends One Dance, No Friends in the Industry, Controller, Star 67, Legend. All kind of different vibes that can make you either feel like you're the man of the city, that can make you feel like you don't need that girl no more, that make you feel like you miss that girl so much. Just the versatility is so crazy, bro.
It is, bro.
I'm appreciative of that. I'm living in an era where, my parents got to experience Michael Jackson in his prime. I can say I got to experience Drake in his.
Yep. Yeah, there's always that one generational talent that we all get.
Thank God.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, you mentioned Controller, dude. That's one of like my personal favorite Drake songs.
That's Controller. What? That's my jam. When I feel this. Oh, what, bro? Controller, come on, I turn into a that come on, boy. I
get groovy with
my hand. No, Controller. I feel like Controller was like the first. I feel like Drake helped bring Afro beats to America, and I feel songs like Controller and because remember, Controller, One Dance, that came out in 2016. I feel like one of the biggest Afrobeat songs that brought Afrobeats to America to me was Joanna. I feel like that was one of the big Afrobeat songs that brought that to the United States. But that was in 2018. Drake had already did Controller and One Dance. And I noticed after Drake did Controller and One Dance, I started seeing a whole bunch of artists start doing more like Afro beats, dance hall type vibes, like Sway Lee and French Montana. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
Unforgettable. Like, that came out after. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Drake low-key set the tone. Like, he was like, okay, we're going to do this. And, like, that vibe was so, like, smooth. He had already seen what was going on in the UK and in South Africa. Drake travels. So he already paid attention, like, oh, yeah, this is what they doing out there. And so he brought that with Controller and One Dance. And I swear, ever since then, everybody's got their, like, little island vibe track now.
Can't wait for the next number one song besides Slime Me Out to, get influence on and see what's going to come up of it, man. I can't wait to see it. I'm always excited for it.
Before we go, though, I like Slime You Out, but I need a Drake and SZA up-tempo track. I need like a Drake. Now we got the Drake and SZA song we can cry in the car to, but now we need the Drake and SZA song that we can go in the club to. So I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, we need that. Hope Drake hears this. Drake fans, get the word out. Comment on his posts and everything. We need it.
Tag Drake. Let him know.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, with that, your End Zone Emcees will wrap things up. I'm your host, Young and You. Find me on Instagram at YUNG_N.U.
I'm Hamilton James. You can find me on Instagram at Hennessy Ham. Find me on TikTok at A1A Hammy.
Yes, sir. Enzo and Emcees, we'll see you next week. We out of here.
Thanks.